Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Say hello to somebody around you. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. All right.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert, and our love streamers. How's everybody today? Great. Oh, we got a lot of exciting things going on. The first thing we're going to start with, we have a new mission statement. So let's say this together. All right, let's say, okay, are we ready? With enthusiasm. We are a dynamic, open, and inclusive spiritual community, awakening you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives, one heart at a time. Oh, you like that? Yeah. I love that. Changing lives, one heart at a time. So you're going to hear a lot about today. We start our Reignite campaign. You'll hear more about that. So what's next? Oh, Dr. Joe. Oh, I wanted him to talk about this, but I guess
I'm right here.
Okay, where are you? I hear you. It's
coming,
like God
coming.
speaking.
Hi. 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 Sorry. Next week is Gay Pride, and our center is actively engaged in several activities around Gay Pride. Next Friday, we invite you to the spaghetti dinner, on Saturday. Saturday evening at 5:30, we have a spaghetti dinner in Costa Hall. We've invited other faith communities to join us. This isn't, you don't have to be gay to come. Darn, thought I'd get out of that. If you know gay people, right? If you like gay people, if you want to support gay people, if you just want to have a spaghetti dinner with people that are fun and fabulous and dress well, then come to our spaghetti dinner, all right? Come to the spaghetti dinner. Just stop in. It'll be worthwhile. I know it will. Then next week, we are going to have a contingent in the Pride Parade. So I will be here. I won't be marching with the Pride Parade, but we would like as many people as possible to march in the Pride Parade. We have T-shirts for you that say Center for Spiritual Living. They're pretty blue shirts, and we just want to gather everybody together and march together. We have a big banner, and we hand out little cards to the people watching the parade that talk about love and respect and joy and happiness, and we just kind of give good news as we're going down the parade route. So we invite you to do that next week. Of course, if you do that, we would like your offertory ahead of time so that when the place is empty next week, we can still operate the following week. So if you're interested, though, the information, the guys will be out on the patio after the second service. You can't miss it. They have a Rainbow Alliance, so they have a rainbow like boa or something out there. So stop by there, get your T-shirt, sign up. Please make sure you show up. Show up to spaghetti dinner. I bet you'll have a great time. There you go. Was that good?
Yes, that was good. And I understand they've got a really good spot. They paid extra or something so that we could be at
we're
the
at the front. We're not at the back
front.
like we were last year. We waited like 3 hours to go. You're like, really?
That's right.
All right, we're gonna have the pumpkin. I'll do this one too. Then I know. I'll just take it out of your check.
Oh yeah.
We have. Thanks, Jay. Pumpkins are for sale. This is we do a yearly fundraiser. We haven't done it in a while for the youth group, and usually people really rally and support this. So we really want you to rally and purchase the pumpkins that the kids have decorated. So there's several of them out there. There'll be more at the second service. So please feel free to donate. You can either pick up a pumpkin or you can just donate to the youth program back there. That's the way people do that. So please pick that up. That's their only fundraiser that we do for our youth program. Now I'll let you go.
Oh, no, I don't even get
We're
to
not
go
doing
now.
that one.
Oh, I get to, I'm so confused. Okay, that's coming later. Okay, you'll be hearing more about that later.
You know, you messed up the announcements too, so take that duly noted. That's coming off your check too, all right?
Well, you keep changing it. I don't know. Okay, so this Wednesday, Audrey's back, and she's going to be doing her yoga class. And it's bring your mat, and she's wonderful. It's very gentle, and that'll be this Wednesday. And what else? Well, that's all for me. No.
So it gets, yeah. So anyway, this next Wednesday evening is November 1st. It's the first Wednesday of the month. How's that work? Wednesday, 1st? Anyway, Soul Voyage is a meditation, music, and silence. And it's an amazing way. You'll come in here. There's nothing but a few candles lit. It's a beautiful experience. It's very calming. And what we always like to say to people, if you are needing a little bit of extra that week, it's a perfect way to release and let go and just come in and be in the presence. And it's a beautiful time. So I hope you'll join us on Wednesday evening at 6:30 here in the sanctuary.
Thank you. This Thursday is our monthly Soul Sisters, so we meet the first Thursday. We'll be over in the Om Room. So for any women here, any ladies that want to join us, it's a wonderful way to meet other women here that go to our center and to share. And so that's at 6:30. Audrey, the same one who does the Wednesday, is also doing a Saturday class here, and this is called Chigo Yoga. And so anyway, she's wonderful. She's enthusiastic. Make sure you bring your mat, blanket, and some water. And Dr. Joe is in the Science of Mind magazine for November. He's got a wonderful article, so if you haven't picked one up, we have those available in the bookstore, plus always a bunch of neat stuff in the bookstore. And I think that is it. So we have our wonderful, what?
I just want to tell you there's music playing. And do you have a CD playing somewhere or something? Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, I'll turn it over to Jerry Lynn.
Maybe it was in my mind.
I know.
I didn't have coffee yet. Maybe. Thanks, guys. Before we do this, I just want to say that a little plug here, but my job as a musical director here at the center is to pick music that coincides with Dr. Joe's talks every week, and not only for us, but also the other guest artists that come through. We put our heads together and try to pick songs that go along with the talk. And this week, when I got the talk title from Dr. Joe, "The Love That Lies Within," the love within just kept resonating with me and then this song showed up. I had a migraine, and the next morning, the song showed up. So this is for you, Dr. Joe. Thank you for all your inspiring talks. And this song is called "The Love Within." Here we go. 1, 2, With each new day, we must begin to recognize the love that lies within. Each new song the heart will sing, shine the light that only love can bring. Sing your heart, bear your soul, through sorrow and pain, sunshine and rain. Take a step, that's where you begin to open your heart to the love that lies within. Oh, yeah. With every lies the power in the promises you make. With every smile you give away, reflects a loving heart that leads the way. Sing your heart from your soul, through sorrow and pain, and sunshine and rain. Take a step, that's where you begin to open your heart, to feel the love within. Love one another, hold on to each other. Open your heart and let love go. Let love go. Yeah. Ooh, let it go. Let it go. Sing your heart, bare your soul, through sorrow and pain, sunshine and rain. Take a step, that's where you begin to open your heart. Feel the sing your heart, bare your soul, through sorrow and pain, sunshine and rain. Take a step, 'cause that's where it begins. You open your heart and let sing your soul, bare your heart, sorrow and pain, sunshine and rain. Take a step, that's where it begins. You open your heart and feel the love within. 'Cause the love lies within you, yeah. Open your heart and feel the love inside.
All right, Jerry Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love that that goes right with my talk title.
You know?
Brilliant. Good morning, everybody. I didn't say good morning last time, did I? I was just throwing into announcements. Good morning. Beautiful day, yes? All right, let's go to spiritual work. What do you think? You ready? How many, wait, turn the lights back on. How many people are here for the very first time? I just want to say hello. Hi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good, good. Don't be shy. Don't want you to freak out. There's no chickens being cut or anything like that here. We're just going to like meditate for a moment and get quiet, all right? So don't drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, just don't do that. We don't want to get a reputation, you know. So, and I haven't even had my coffee yet. So now let's turn the lights off. Take a deep breath in. One more time. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, uncross your legs, uncross your arms. Kind of tilt your chin up a little bit like you're looking into the horizon. So in this moment, in this time in the service, it's our opportunity to get still and get quiet. We live in a world that can be pretty noisy. There's always some background noise, the humming of machines, whatever it is. To be in the silence is sometimes a challenge. But in the silence, we can come to a place where we can recognize the things that are in our life that we would like to change. And this is not an opportunity for you to fix them. It's an opportunity for you to go into the silence and silence them for just a few moments. Surrender them up and offer those issues and those problems or whatever that needs to be resolved in your life. Just offer them up to something bigger than you without defining it, without trying to figure out the answers or any part of the equation. Just allow yourself to sit in the silence and silence things. Take a deep breath in. All to Spirit I surrender. All to Thee I freely give. I will always love and trust You. In Your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In Your presence, in this oneness, through You I am power divine, and I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all.
I invite you to join me in consciousness. The consciousness that is beyond time and space. The consciousness that knows there is only one power, one presence, one divine source of life. And that life, that one is Spirit. And Spirit is the loving presence that lives, that dwells, that is within our hearts, within our minds, within our bodies, within our souls. That one has its presence. And as I know that that one expresses through all life, through all beings, through all circumstances, through all action, there is God. And knowing that that one has its life in me, that it expresses by means of me, that it is all that I am, as I know this is my truth. I know that this is the truth for every single person sitting in this beautiful sacred place. And so I invite you to use my words as your own if they resonate to you. As I declare right here and right now that love dwells within me, and I no longer need to go searching for it outside of myself, looking to other people, other things to fill me up. Today is the day I recognize it is always within me. It has always been there, and it will continue to support me and guide me through this life. That love. That love. And so I know now that today's the day to change my mind, to see things a little differently, to know that that love that supports me, that gives of itself unceasingly to me, allows me to heal every single wound that I have ever experienced in this life. As I know that that one power and presence of God has brought me to this place, these experiences have led me here. And now I can crack my heart open and let that love express itself unhindered. And so I know as I have this transformation of consciousness, I am able to be that presence of love in my world. No matter who crosses my path, I see the Spirit within them. And my knowing of that invites that Spirit out so that we can all live at a higher level of existence, a level that is beyond competition, survival. It's beyond that. It's in that realm of understanding that God always provides, that there's always plenty, that there is always something for us to be nourished by. And so I'm grateful for this day that is before me. I'm grateful to be here in this Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert, that is a great place to be reminded of what is true and what is real, that God is everywhere, everywhere. And I know that I am filled up from head to toe this morning as Spirit expresses through Dr. Joe, through the music, through the practitioners and ministers, through every single being in this room, it is God expressing. And I know that God is at work in such a beautiful way through all of us. And so knowing how very, very blessed we all are, that God continually shows up in our lives in the most perfect ways, knowing this is true, with love in my heart and soul, I release my word right here and right now into that perfect law of mind, knowing it is done. And so I invite you to join me by affirming these words that I have spoken, by saying together, and so it is. Amen.
I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all, and I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all. All to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all. Let's take a deep breath in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Please join me. The words are on the screen. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Come enjoy the sun. One thing you know in life is that pain will come and cause you strife. Easing the strain of chains, rest within. You must control your mind. I have looked within myself to see what I could see. Not one day but for a lifetime, looking constantly. I have found a peace in change that I wish others could see. Change is the most natural of things in life for me. Well, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come with ourselves. Come on. Come on. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Thank you.
So you thought you were getting Dr. Joe, right? Well, you'll get him in a few minutes. So today, and I need to grab the clicker here, see where we are beginning our 2018 Giving Commitment Campaign, and it's entitled, well, it used to be called a Pledge Program, and then it was called a Pledge Program Membership Drive, and then it was called a Pledge Program Membership Drive Conscious Giving Program, and then we called it a Pledge Program Membership Drive Conscious Giving Program Membership Renewal, and then we call it, okay, so it's dizzying. So for the next 3 years, we have made a commitment that this is how we're going to do it. It'll happen in November. Today's October 30th. Into beginning November through the end of the month is our Committed Giving campaign. And what we're doing, let's go this way. What we're doing this year is wanting to reach you in a way that connects your heart with your consciousness, with your mind, and allows that to spiritually feed you. How many get fed here spiritually? Anybody? I know, a couple of you maybe. I want that song that just was going through my mind, just go. So the Giving Commitment campaign has a little different feel to it. You're going to see some different things going on over the next month. And I want to start out with one of our members who will tell you his story.
Well, the center has a big impact in our life. When we go to the center on Sunday, Dr. Joe's message is uplifting. He makes my Sunday whole, makes us connected, intimate. It's the only time that Tom actually holds my hand during the service, through the meditation. And I look forward to that movement. I mean, it's more connected. I'm more connected with myself, Tom, and the whole community. So.
Committed giving means a lot to us because we get so much out of the center, and it's really important for us for the circulation of life and for everything that's going on to get in the habit of giving and being grateful. And we think that that's really important. And giving, especially giving on a regular basis, really just makes it a lot easier and also allows us to show support throughout the year.
So, did you get our envelope this week? Is there anyone who did not get one of these beautiful Reignite packets? Is there anybody who didn't get one? Keep your hands up. We want to make sure we reach everybody. Keep your hands up. Of those who got it, did you open it? There's some great information in it. There's a brochure in there that gives a little bit about our finances, our new mission statement. If you opened it, you probably read that first. That is our new mission statement, which was up on the screen this morning. That's what we're using. That was visioned by our giving team. So that's a new vision for us. We are reaching one heart at a time, and that's our tagline for the coming year. For those of you who are on live stream also, we will be sending the same information that everybody in the audience here, everybody in the congregation gets mailed. We will getting that same information to you in an email. And this is really a way to allow you to take your membership, because we've always done the membership thing, remember the first part, allow your conscious giving, your giving commitment, and tie that all together. And if you're not a member, we've had 180 people go through our membership program in the last year. 180 of you have gone through our membership program. That's extraordinary. So we're working on connecting the hearts one heart at a time. We're working on touching you. We're working on making sure that you are spiritually fed here. And if we're not doing that, we want to know how we can do that. So today is a good day to look at what this looks like. And I've got another video here.
I had a recent health challenge only a little over a year ago. I immediately went to the center for help. I had a cancer diagnosis and I went, how could it be? That's impossible. Not me. Well, I quickly learned from a couple of the practitioners and Dr. Joe, and I spent some time in prayer. They helped me so very, very much, and my attitude was always, I'm not giving up. This is only a visitor. I am having nothing to do with this, and I know, because of my mindset, that I am now whole, perfect, and complete, and my cancer's gone. I'm not sure where I would be without the center. I'm a yoga person. I love Tai Chi. I love living. I love being in nature. And so much of what I learn at the center and have learned through the classes and learn on my own, one of my principles is being grateful and writing my gratitudes. I've learned that here. I have learned so many little things, and every week, at a minimum once a week, I pick up something new. My committed giving has been going on a long time, and I call it tithing because that's the way I learned it, I guess, many, many years ago. I like to give where I receive, whether that be in monies, if it be in kindness, if it be in doing mantras for folks and prayers. I receive so much from being here at the center.
Isn't that amazing? Yes? Any applause for those guys? So we are looking to spark your attention. We're looking to spark your spiritual growth. We're wanting to really be able to feed you. I will be out in front at a table along with several other of our community members who are committed givers. We have people that will be near the back door. We'll be out there to answer questions, and if you actually read that little brochure, our numbers are in there to contact us and ask any questions of us. So we're here to support you. We want you to support us. So thank you very much this morning.
Thank you, Paul. I loved your video, guys. Wasn't that cute? I thought that was so cute. When I saw that, I just laughed. I thought, oh my God, that is so sweet. All right, the love that lives with it is my talk title today. Let's keep going. Together, please. I am a master of my life. Say that again. I am a master of my life. How many people don't feel like you're a master of your life? Rather, you're a worker. Yeah? You're not mastering life, you're working life, right? But I want us to take a little different stance and look at this and say, I am the master of my life. Say that again, please. I am the master of my life. We will deliver ourselves from sickness and trouble in the exact proportion to our discovery of ourselves and our true relationship to the whole. When you see the word whole there and you see it capitalized, that means spirit, that means God. It could mean Lord, it could mean Buddha, it could mean Baha'u'llah, it could be nature, whatever that is. Whatever you choose to call it, once you start having a relationship with it and discover it and go deeper, deeper into your spirituality, there isn't anything you can't get rid of. Right? Sickness, trouble, a relationship that isn't working, a financial condition, whatever that is. The deal is this: you have to go deeper than you used to go yesterday. You know, the whole thing about this whole spiritual journey to me is it's not about going to a certain place and having a destination in mind. It's about daily work and allowing yourself to become have a deeper relationship with that which is welcoming us into a life that is better and better and better. Notice I didn't say perfect. Do you know anybody who has a perfect life? 2. Good. Rise, my friend. Elevate yourself. Don't use your legs or any part of your body. Just lift yourself out and rise into the clouds. Okay. But we will deliver ourselves to the exact level of our belief from any doubts, limitations, or fears. I am what I am because of what I believe about myself. Right? Say that, please. I am what I am because of what I believe about myself. If I took a snapshot of your life and then I took a snapshot of your mind, even the parts you don't want me to see, even the parts you don't talk about to anybody else, and you know what I'm talking about, those thoughts that you have in the back of your mind about worthiness and all those things that you really don't want to share because someone would go, really? Seriously? But then they have the same ones, but they don't tell you about that. You know, the biggest fear isn't standing in front of a crowd giving a speech or standing in front of a crowd naked. Did you know that? The biggest fear is that I'm going to find out and people will find out exactly who you are. Exactly what you think about in the recesses of your mind. What you believe and what you've programmed yourself to believe that you don't speak out loud, that only you hear, but those voices, that opinion that you've created may be the very thing that's not allowing you to go deeper. It could be the very block into what's not allowing you to progress because it's sort of still in the back of your mind that that's who you are. To offer no resistance to life, Eckhart Tolle wrote this, to offer no resistance to life is to be in a state of grace, ease, and lightness. This state is then no longer dependent upon things in a certain way, good or bad. So let's unpack that. To offer no resistance to life is to be in a state of grace, ease, and lightness. Grace, ease, and lightness. What does that mean? It means it's not dependent upon the way something looks, good or bad, in the moment. It means separating yourself from defining things and allowing yourself to see yourself with grace, ease, and lightness, moving through whatever it is without even labeling it, without attaching yourself to it, without becoming it. Does that make sense? But in order to do that, there can't be this resistance. There has to be your inability to not label something. Does that make sense? Because if we're all God's children unfolding, and we all make mistakes, we all do things that would be labeled good, and all do things that are labeled bad, right, wrong, right? We made a mistake. If we could refrain from going to that place and just see yourself moving through life with a sense of ease and grace, and discarding the label, it will change the way it goes. Hate begets hate, and strife produces strife. Love alone overcomes all and justifies the eternity of her dominion. So this is right from our textbook. This is right from Dr. Holmes. Hate begets hate, and strife produces strife. So wherever in your heart you have some of those feelings of resentment or hostility, and I would even go as far as hate, right? When you have that, just remember, that's not going to produce love. That's not going to turn around. Because you hate, that's not going to generate someone else to love you or to feel loved. When you're struggling produces more struggle. So you're like, well, then what the heck am I supposed to do? Anybody? Are you guys awake back there? Do we need coffee? Am I on my own journey here, or are you with me? You're with me? Yeah? Okay, just want to make sure I'm like, okay, just laugh. Every once in a while, go like this. Go like that, and not like this. All right? Love alone overcomes everything. That's the only way we're going to get dominion over all the things that are happening in the world. Love is the answer to all things. Love within, then goes love outside. If you don't have it in here, you're not going to draw it to you. And if you don't have it here, you're not going to feel the effects out here. The emotional body is like a radio that can be tuned in to perceive certain frequencies or to react to certain frequencies. We live in an emotional body, don't we? We live in an emotional body. And, have you ever had somebody who's just a little bit oversensitive? Anybody ever have somebody who's just a little bit over? Their frequencies are a little bit, they're really good receivers of that emotional body. You know what I'm talking about? And they're really, it's I don't want to say it's easy to get under their skin, but it's sort of, they become so susceptible to the frequency and vibration that sometimes it's hard to cope and deal and communicate with someone who's on that level a lot. Does that make sense? So the emotional body is like a radio frequency. You get to tune in to whatever frequency you want. It's just like cable TV. You get to tune into whatever channel you want, and you get to tune into a consciousness that you want. If you want struggle in the morning, by all means, set out telling yourself, this day is going to be a mess. And I guarantee you, you have just turned to the channel called Joe's Day is a Mess. And you can watch it unfold right in front of you. right? I tuned into the frequency, I bought into the deal, and now I own it. Does that make sense? So we're buying into frequencies every day. Obligations or expectations, which one do you have? Fear is full of obligations and expectations. I have to versus I want to. Let's unpack this. If you want to get to the love within, you have to make sure that the fear that there is no obligation or expectation, there is just you being you at the simplest form of you. Does that make sense? Without all those complexities. It's just me being me and allowing myself to be that without any errors, without any rules, without any restrictions, without any of that stuff, that social stuff that we peep on each other. You have to want something, right? I have it versus I want to. Not so I want, I have, I want. Which one are you saying? I have to do this or I want to do this? Which one is obligation and which one is a desire? I have to do this. Sounds more like an obligation, doesn't it? Versus I want to do this. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to love people. I want to be able to bring people into my social circle. I want to be able to touch people's lives and make the world a better place. I want to. I don't have to, but I want to. Why? Because love drives that desire. Does that make sense? Anger is a mask. So it's Halloween tomorrow, right? Day after tomorrow. Anger, sadness, jealousy, they're all masks that we wear. We have to make sure that if we want to love the one within, we have to get rid of those masks. We have to be willing to take them off and show people, yeah, I can be vulnerable, but I don't have to have that anger, sadness, and jealousy as part of my everyday experience. We can go through episodes of that, and those are just episodes. Understand, they're just episodes. They're not the series. Does that make sense? I'll give you an episode of drama, not a drama series. Does that make sense? Write that down. That goes in my book. Somebody write that down. Email it to me because I'll forget it. I never remember anything I say. But episode versus series. I like that idea. I'll give you the... So what if you silently gave to your loved ones an episode without trying to bring them down, without trying to, bargain with them, just let them just go off and have that episode. And then when the episode ends, you go on to the next episode. But you allow people to go through the episode and don't short circuit it. Just say, I understand you need to purge this, go for it. And do it with a sense of love and compassion and a listening ear, and not take personally what they're saying if they're on the emotional frequency. Does that make sense? But let them just be who they need to be, express what they need to express. Does that make sense? Dogs are dogs, and you are not going to be able to change them into a cat or a horse. It is what it is. Like dogs, people are who they are. You either like them or you don't. To try to change them is like to try to change a dog into a cat. Can't do it, right? You can't do that. People are who they are. You have however many years you've had on this planet, you have a tapestry that has been woven together through life's experiences. You can't just change that tapestry. You can try to put it in dye and change its color, but the reality is the strength of it, the thing that's bonding it together is all the same stuff. Now, from the future on, from today on, you can change the dynamic of what it looks like, but you can't go back and change someone else. So a dog is a cat and a cat. You can't make a dog into a cat. It just can't happen. So stop trying. Love the person within like you love yourself within. Does that make sense? Sometimes an intimate relationship, our emotional body turns away from love into need. Sometimes we turn away from love into I need. So here is my visual example of love versus need. Ready? Everybody put your hands out like this. This is love, right? This is love. Now clench your fist like this and pull it towards your chest like this. And get a scowl. That is need. Who do you want to hug? There are some people that are drawn to hugging people like that do this. They're like, oh, I'm going to break them of that. Oh, please. I have got so much. Listen, I have got so much love to give. They're just going to. Let them hit their episode. You approach everyone like this. You work like this, right? This is what love looks like. This is what need looks like. Which one do you want to have in your life? You get to decide which one feels a little easier and which one feels like a muscle spasm, right? Okay. Love versus need. You are not a mind, a body, or even a soul. You are a force, and a force that is life. We want to think of ourselves as a mind and a body and a soul, but you are a life force. A life force. We all have the Gene Houston wrote this. We all have the extraordinary coded within us, waiting to be released. Within that life force is an extraordinary, and I love the word extraordinary because it means extraordinary, extraordinary, beyond the ordinary. You have an extraordinary code that's in this. And now when you can tap into that life force and see your own unique code, your own unique way of expressing life, then you will be given the ability to give your gifts to other people in a way that only you can. Don't try to duplicate someone else's code. Does that make sense? Billions of loyal, living beings depend on you every day. Did you know that? Your body is made of billions of cells, right? They depend on you every single day. And if you know that the body and the mind and the spirit are all connected, then you know that billions of these cells are depending on the way you look at your life, the way you think about your life, the way you react about life. To them, you are God. To those billions of cells, you determine everything to them. You are God to the billions of cells of your body. Think about that. Just a moment. Think about that. To the billions of cells in your body, you are God to them. You are their everything. You are a life force. You are more than anything that you could accept on the external. You are a life force, and billions of little cells are depending upon this right here, because everything it starts here. Every thought becomes a thing, right? Everything that becomes a thing had to have a thought precede it. Thoughts precede things. So everything that you do to your body and outside of your body comes from right here. So imagine the power of the mind over the billions of cells that you have. So I wrote this down. I love this. I think this is Mastery of Love. Mind equals perception. Perception is judgment. Judgment is self-rejection. And self-rejection, others reject you. It's the pattern. There's a pattern. Mind is perception. Whatever I think about, I perceive, right? My perceptions become my judgment. The way I look at things, the way that I start judging them. Judgment becomes self-rejection. When you judge others, you're judging yourself. And then self-rejection, other people reject you. It's a cycle. I know, think about, you're going to have to let that one bake for a day. That one's a baker. I can't really play with that. That's a baker. Grab the slides on the way out and let that one bake, okay? There's an emotional body. When we talk about that emotional body, the truth, forgiveness, and self-love are the most important aspects. Notice the truth with the capital T. Not the facts. I think I said on Dial an Idea today, how many of you don't know that every day, either myself or Laura or Dale or Paul, one of us put on a daily thought on a telephone that you can ring, or line that you can ring up? How many people don't know about that? If you don't know about it, it's on our bulletin. It's called Dial an Idea, 760-346-1993. Every day there's a 1 to 2 minute, depending on how talkative I am, little blurb, an idea for the day to get you started, or in the middle of the day when you have that down moment, just dial it, all right? It'll help you. I talked about that today. I talked about the truth and that how we look at facts. There's a fact of a day. Things are facts, but they're not our reality. I may have facts, but I don't want to give them an address in my consciousness. Carol, in her video, said it so beautifully. She said, cancer, no, it's just a visitor that's not welcome. Did you notice? She didn't say, I have it, I had it. No, I had it, cancer, visitor. Think about that the next time you're struggling with something. Look at it as an unwelcome visitor. And know, because that's the truth about it. It's an unwelcome visitor that this created, that this can recreate and uncreate. Does that make sense? Forgiveness. I have whole classes on forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about taking you and giving you the keys to get out of your jail. Not the other person to get out of theirs, but for you to get out of theirs, right? And self-love. Just imagine a world where those three were always practiced. What would we do if we had that? What if people came from a place of the truth? What if they were forgiving? And what if they loved each other, loved ourselves, and we loved one another? How could we change the world? We can, one heart at a time. That's what we're talking about. Create an act of power and forgive yourself for everything you have done in your whole life. Create one act of power. Look in the mirror and go, if you have to do an inventory, do an inventory. And then burn it, right? Go through the ritual of actually setting it on fire. But create an act of forgiveness and power for yourself, for any mistakes that you've made up until now. And then from now on, don't say ever, don't ever let the words come out of your mouth, well, that's what got me here today. Don't look at it as a justification or a way of not justifying, I'm missing the word. Look at rationalizing, thank you. Thank you, whoever said that. Thank you for that. You were right in my head. Justifying or rationalizing something because of your past. You can't set a future track. You can't set a future by judging everything on what you've done. So forgive all the things that you made a mistake, forgive those things you have done, and move on and set a new line in the sand for yourself today. Everyone has a price, and life respects that price, but the price is not measured in dollars or in gold, it's measured in love. Does that make sense? Everything has a price, but it's not measured in gold or silver. It's just measured on how much you love. When I sit there bedside by someone who's about to make their transition, we don't talk about the stuff they have or had in their life, the material stuff. We usually talk about love. We usually talk about love, we talk about forgiveness. I shared with my class this week that our beloved Dr. Tom, who was the founder of our center here at church for about 42 years ago, one of the last things he did before he made his transition, I was visiting with him and I said, is there anybody you need to talk to? And he knew exactly what I meant. And he gave me a list of people that he needed and wanted to talk to because things were not exactly right. And so I said, I'll contact them and hopefully they'll come down. I can't guarantee it, but I'll at least approach them. And so I called each one of those people, and each one of them I said, look, Tom wants to have a meeting with you. Would you be open to going down? And absolutely, everybody said yes. You know why? Because there were things that kind of were in a quirky way, and he wanted to make sure that love led the way so that love would lead the way as he made his transition. He wasn't talking about his stuff that he owned. He wasn't talking about his accomplishments. It was about love leading the way. And that was the most important thing to him. You are a force that plays with your mind and uses your body as its favorite toy to play with and have fun with. You are brought here to play, not suffer. Look at that. You are a toy. You're the universe's toy to have fun and play with. Yes, you are a boy toy. And you are a girl toy. And doll, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, we're meant to play. We're meant to be happy. We're not meant to suffer. Suffer is something I've created. I have created every one of my opportunities for suffering. No one else has done that. I have been involved in every one of them. In some way, shape, or form, I signed on to them and accepted them. But that's not what we're meant to do. When you are wise versus knowledgeable, you don't have to use all those images you've created. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. When you're wise and you realize that love comes from within, that you are the master of your own life, when you are wise, not knowledgeable, because anybody can read a book and anybody can come to class, but wisdom is the actual practice of putting knowledge into form and action. Does that make sense? Wisdom is the act of actually doing something that you learned. So when you are wise, you don't have to have all those images that you've created. You get to, and you don't have to pretend to be somebody else. You can be authentically you all the time. I think that's it. The infinite is always at peace because there is nothing to disturb it. A realization of our oneness with omnipresence brings peace. Do you think God is not peaceful? Do you think do you think you can upset the universe? Think about it. This big spiritual entity. Could you say, it's upset with me? See, we don't believe in the almighty punishing God. For those of you here for the very first time, we don't believe in the almighty punishing God. If you need one of those, they're up the street and over here. They're on every corner, all over. But right here, we don't believe in the almighty punishing God. We believe that we have the power of free will. We choose the life that we live, and the universe help us co-create it. Whether we've created wonderful things or whether we've created less than wonderful things, it's all started up here, and usually up here is where it ends and starts. The beginning is right here, and the ending is right here. So a realization with that oneness, that there's always that presence, that will bring you peace. Say that with me, please. I am the force of life that God created. One more time. I am the force of life that God created. And so ends your lesson. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. I invite all the ushers to come forward, please. And those of you that are live streaming, there's a button there for you to donate, or you can text your offering. And so let's get ready, and we are changing lives one heart at a time, and I love that. I love that. I love that each one of you here, just imagine your heart being that glowing fire. And so as we get ready for our offering, let's just take a moment just to really be in a place of gratitude for what we have. And this is our opportunity to give back, to realize how truly blessed we are. So let's say our prayer together, please. I give my offering with gratitude as I recognize the demonstration of Spirit's generosity in all areas of my life.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
So let's just hold up our hands and send our love and our light to bless our offering as we say together, this collective offering is Spirit in action. As it circulates into the universe, it touches and blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you, Dale. So I know we have some first-time visitors here, so please stand. We have a gift for you. So please stand up and let us give, I think, was there somebody else? Over here, thank you. So what we've given you is a CD holder with information about our center. So please stop by the front table in here and get a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks. We welcome you, and come back. If you're from the Valley, make this your spiritual home. If you're visiting, enjoy yourself here. These are our prayer practitioners that will be over in the Ohm room, especially for those of you that are here for the first time. It's the building over here. If you're going through anything, please stop by there and have one of them pray with you. We have some pretty amazing practitioners here. Don't forget what's going on. Wednesdays is Paul's Soul Voyage. I have Soul Sisters on Thursday, and don't forget we're having the yoga and the meditation and the spaghetti dinner. Don't forget the spaghetti dinner. Get information out there. Go over to the Rainbow Alliance and they'll give you any information you need. So let's just do a closing prayer. So let's just go within. So my heart is reignited, and that love that we are is going out into the world. We are changing lives, each and every one of us, one life at a time. And it starts with me. It starts with me being that creator of the life that I desire. I know that with Spirit, I can do anything. And so from this place of knowing that I am a good creator, I am a benevolent creator to those billions of cells within my body, I say thank you. I say thank you for all that you do. I give great thanks for everyone that is here and for this center, for my life, for our lives, for this world. And so in gratitude and complete joy, I release my word, and together we say, and so it is. Amen. Thank you very much. Have a great week, everyone.